I'm Candace. I did this once a year ago, and I'm doing it again, but I'm not. So if you know what I'm talking about, this is not the same project. It's not a continuum, and honestly, I'm never going to finish it. A little over a year ago, I started a project, and I called it the 25 Project. It was supposed to be me in the 10 months leading up to my 25th birthday, everything that I would learn, experience, find out, and things of that nature, because 25 just seems like the age where people have it all together. That's not the case at all. And did I know that going into the project? Yes. Did I continue the project? Yes. Did I learn anything in that year of me turning 25? Yes. I wanted to say no, but the truth is I did learn a lot, becoming 25. I think that was my whole thing, becoming 25. Whatever. I've lived 25 years. As I made it to 25. I guess I'm already starting my 26th year. But yeah, that was supposed to be the project, just about the things I learned and would experience. But who cares about that? No, for real. I really started it as a way to express myself through video again and figure out what works for me as a 25-year-old. Spoiler alert, I turned 25 and there are things that I'm still figuring out. One of those things that I figured out was that the project that I initially started it wasn't for me to figure out who I was going to be by the time I was 25. If anything, it was a push for me to be creative again. I gave myself an excuse to document my own life because I was like, yeah, 25, that's monumental. That's, a quarter of a century, quarter of a life. Yes, in the midst of becoming 25, I learned that 25 isn't necessarily a quarter of a life. It could be a little less. I don't know how I want to phrase it, because when I stopped filming and continuing with the project, it wasn't because I wanted to stop, but I felt like I had gotten to a place where I could be creative again. Photography started to pick up for me. It wasn't often, but it was there. And so I didn't feel like I needed to document myself anymore because I was there for other people. But lo and behold, I kind of missed this. The truth is that I did, because I felt like I could be a little more creative. It's so much more than just documenting what I'm doing. It's giving it a purpose. I can't stand still. Within that reflection, there were things that I realized I wanted to talk about. I felt like I couldn't talk about them because it didn't have anything to do with me turning 25. I had every month planned on what I was going to talk about, what I was going to show, and how I was going to talk about it. The stream of consciousness was also thrown in there because obviously things would happen every once in a while that I was like, oh, I'm going to talk about that in the video. It did not do anything for me. I basically planned out my 25th year with no creative backing. I was not happy with it. It wasn't until, July that I realized this isn't about me. It's about being creatively fulfilled. And I'm not being creatively fulfilled. So we're going to switch it up. If I'm going to start making videos again, documenting myself and having that confidence to put myself out there, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And you know what? That's fine. Don't get me wrong. What I was talking about was fun and it was like daily life. But for instance, I've already started this video actually, and I'm kind of excited about it. I have acne for the first time in my life. Nobody told me that was going to happen when I became an adult. Also, speaking of becoming an adult, no one ever really grows up, and I've learned that. And so that's something else I want to talk about. I want to talk about the stupid things that I realized, like putting a chair in the bathroom while I'm doing my hair. That's genius. And it took me 25 years to learn that. But I also want to take you outside of this apartment and take you on the shoots that I do, because first of all, I have pretty friends. But it's not even about that. It's about learning how to be creative with other people. And I think that's so cool. I just want to talk about things that we don't really talk about. One of my best friends actually just recently made some TikToks about this. Hey girl. But it's so significant, and I'm so glad that she started making these, because I've been feeling this way and I didn't realize that anyone was also feeling this way. But making friends as an adult is not easy. I want to also emphasize making and keeping friends as an adult is not easy. Hell, keeping friends as an adult isn't easy. So the whole act of friendship as an adult, no one talks about that. Along with that, creating friendships that move into relationships. I feel like this is a good start to a creative journey. Another creative journey, if you will. I'm not going to plan anything. When we want to talk about something, we're going to talk about it. Even if it's really hard. Or even if it's, something new that I've learned. But I also want the people who decide to watch to learn about me and get to know me as much as I, let you in as someone through a screen. But my hope is that through this, I'll reach more people who feel the same way as I do about a menagerie of things. It won't be as consistent as the last one, probably. I don't have a timeline. I'm just kind of going with the flow. And whatever comes from that is just fine. So whenever they come out, they'll come out. When I'm ready to talk about it, I'll talk about it. My battery's gonna die. I'm hungry. I think we're having pizza for dinner. When I say we're, it's you and me. We're having pizza So, yeah. See you on the next one.